My dear people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, today is the 21st day of the month of June in the year 2018. Yesterday, the 20th, we all heard the Prime Minister or the colonial Prime Minister of La République du Cameroon, slave leader Philemon making the biggest ridicule of all times of not only himself, not only his master, but of their country and all those who used to surround them as friends. We saw Mr. Young Philemon come to confirm revelations are made on this platform several months back and which are repeated over and over lately, that Mr. Paul Biya gathered some of his generals, gathered some of his tribes people around himself, and they agreed that truly the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia are idiots, that they are like animals, that they are like monkeys, that they are like that cock that one Russian leader took Lenin, tortured so well and almost took off some of its feathers. And when he threw it to the ground, he dropped a few grains of corn. And the cock ran right back to him to take those grains of corn with all excitement and happiness. He did that before the members of the Central Committee of his party to show them that that is how you subdue a people and make them remain forever under you. Mr. Paul Biya, times have evolved. Times go by and people's perceptions of things change. I thought by now, after about 2 years of resistance, Mr. Paul Biya and his people would already have understood that the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia are better than that the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia are more intelligent than that, and that the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia are a proud set of people who have decided and decreed that we shall either live free, proud, or die, that we will no longer be slaves or be treated like anything closer to that. Is this not an insult? That Mr. Young Philemon comes up to announce a 12.7 billion package that they have to take 12.7 billion. They will buy food, they will buy blankets, they will buy bed sheets, they will buy whatsoever to give to the hundreds of thousands of displaced people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. What caused them to be displaced in the first place? That issue is not addressed, but they want to give this relief aid to these people. They will provide even money to help a good lot of them to get shelter. Why are they providing the money to get shelter? What happened to their houses? What happened to their homes? The issue is not addressed. It is not even raised. It is not even mentioned. Are we really fools? Now, I don't want to get so much into the nitty-gritties of that kind of stupid and useless package, because it only bespeaks of a system that has lost the sense of hearing. Yes, and has lost the sense of sight. I think Mr. Paul Biya and his government have gone so myopic that they no longer hear and understand anything. Nor do they have the capability to see reality and recognize it. If that were it, they will know that the people of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia are not fools. When this crisis started, when the consortium made serious demands and we sat to negotiating table with Mr. Philemon himself, and after that with Mr. Paul Biya's ministers of education, about all of them, and then including the Minister of Justice, there was a decision taken, an emergency decision, to provide 2 billion CFA to help especially schools in Southern Cameroons. And although it was generalized, but they said emphasis was to be on Southern Cameroons. Can any school, any lay private school or even mission school in Southern Cameroon show a receipt of any single franc that they have received, running to 2 years now, within the framework of that 2 billion CFA that was decreed within fiscal year 2017. We are yet to hear about that. Nothing is being said about that. Oh yes, yet another package, 12.7 billion, to entice us, to consider us idiots and fools. That's the first thing. In the heat of all of that, Mr. Pobia announced that they were going to recruit 1,000 bilingual teachers to offset the deficit in English language teachers. Finally, when some kind of cosmetic recruitment was done, what happened? 95% of those recruited were French-speaking teachers. Oh yes, they're from French-speaking origin. So, does anyone doubt what is going to happen to the 12.7 billion? Consider that at least 11.7 billion of that money will end in private bank accounts abroad. That is not our business. It really doesn't bother us, because not only do we not need that money, not only do we not need that assistance, not only do we not want to have anything to do with Mr. Paul Biya, we want to show him a pictorial representation of what that discussion is all about. It is like you hold food with one hand and you hold a gun on the other hand and say, come and take this food quickly and eat, because if you don't eat it, I will teach you a lesson. That is a pictorial representation of what this so-called humanitarian and relief program or project is all about. Otherwise, how comes such a project is being presented at a time that Mr. Paul Biya's army is heavily on the rampage, roasting down, burning down more villages on a daily basis? Even as I talk now, they're burning villages along the Boyakumba Road. Even as I'm talking now, they are carrying out arbitrary arrests. Even as I'm talking now, they are killing and maiming innocent young southern Cameroonians. Even as I'm talking now, the army is busy extorting and destroying all the means of livelihoods of the people of southern Cameroons. And you come and talk to us about humanitarian relief? Oh, how preposterous. I like to really note here that when I watched Mr. Young Philemon talk yesterday, I was amazed to find him talk about, name people who are victims of so-called terrorists, among whom is your humble servant and brother John Mbah Akuroh. Victims that were killed, 87 gendarmes and soldiers killed within just 2 days. 2 days that were killed by us. But I thought Mr. Young Philemon was also going to talk about Mama Api and a good lot of other old, vulnerable Southern Cameroonians who could not run at the time the soldiers of Mr. Paul Biya arrived, burning down whole villages. Oh, Mr. Young Philemon didn't talk about villages being burned down. Mr. Young Philemon did not even talk about Sam Sawyer, whom the entire world saw being slaughtered piece by piece on television. Yeah, on camera. Mr. Young Philemon couldn't have the courage to talk about him. Mr. Young Philemon simply says they will assist hundreds of thousands of displaced people, but doesn't even say what caused them to be displaced. And these are people who just a few days back disputed a report by Amnesty International and a report by other human rights organizations that point out that over 160,000 Southern Cameroonians were out there as refugees, and thousands of others are being displaced on a daily basis and are living in bushes. This is a clear message to those who still call themselves Federalists. These are the kind of people you want to live with. People you can never trust. People who can never be truthful for 1 second. I mean, 1 little second. People who can never look at each other eyeball to eyeball and recognize that they have ever gone wrong. Those are the kind of people you still have fought to sit down to say Southern Cameroonians should consider living with in the name of living together. Well, I want us to note that sometimes in the colonial era, some slave was taken in Germany, put in a cage, like you put a monkey in a cage, and kept in the zoo. And it attracted a lot of tourists who went throwing bananas at this human being and causing this human being to either clatter, sing, or dance for them as a tourist, so that they enjoy themselves, as tourists. It became a tourist attraction. That is exactly what La République du Cameroon is trying to do with Southern Cameroonians. You trash us, you beat us, you destroy us, you kill us as much as you can, and then you come with a few presents and throw out there and expect us to come out dancing on cameras left and right. Oh, Paul Biya, he has up, he has down. My dear people of Southern Cameroons, while all this is going on, we can see those people who call themselves our brothers on the other side of the River Mungo say, let the people, que les anglophones là, let them be killed even with babies of 6 months old, because they are Biafrans who ran away from the Biafran war and came and settled on their land. Let them get all of them out of their land, slaughter them all, wipe them out of the surface of the earth, and liberate their land. Let them go, because they are not Cameroonians. Oh yes. And what does the government of Mr. Paul Biya say to those kind of people? They encourage them. But stand as a Southern Cameroonian and talk loud and say, we just want that at least let us sit and have a rethink of the relationship that brought us together in 1961. And you will find all sorts of things happening to you. You become a terrorist overnight. But this kind of gentleman, preaching hate and annihilation, oh yes, like the Ernest Obamas of Vision Card and all of the others, they are pampered. Even when the National Communications Council gets out of its shelves and says these people need to be punished in the name of the so-called living together, what does the government do? What do the powers that be do? They say, leave him alone, nothing will happen to him. Say he's taken off the air, but he's never been off the air even for 1 second. That is the kind of system that our brothers who still believe or who still think federalism want us to accommodate. Mr. Young Philemon, now take this message to your master, Mr. Paul Biya. Tell him that one, the Southern Cameroonians refugees, Southern Cameroonians and Brazilian refugees based in Nigeria have sent a clear, audible, and unambiguous message. They don't need your assistance. 1. 2. None of our people will leave the bushes. Did not your own minister, Tasson Paul, say that Southern Cameroonians are more or less animals that even when they are in the bushes, there's nothing wrong because they are used to living in the bushes? That's why we've never had any form of development. So why do you want us to come out of the bushes? In my last communication, I drew the attention of our people to this. I have followed some journalists ranting on radio, shouting and dancing. Oh, yeah, you see, Mr. Paul Biya is a marksman now. He has decided to help, he has decided to down, he has decided to love, he has decided to right. Oh, good. We have seen every year when the 26th of August comes for the commemoration of the disaster that befell our people of Southern Cameroons in Lake Nyos. Government pays lip service. But we keep every year seeing Madame Chantal Dia on the 14th of February carry out huge sums of money to take care of the children of people who went out to steal fuel in Yaoundé and got burnt. Is that what you call double standards? Or these are people who consider you human beings? My dear country people, all this talk with Mr. Young Philemon talk, you know, concern we. Because that talk, not only talk will be meant for make and move continue for be fools. Me, John Mbah Akuroh, and I shall say all the other stakeholders for this fight, the other actors for this we fight for freedom. Don't tell una daily. Say, make we look out anything where they come from Mr. Paul Biya, because all those gifts are poisoned gifts. Make a give this pineapple so that we will see and understand them. And I want to end up because I know I made it to read long. See, it did like woman, we don't deal with a master. We master get plenty money. I know they give them this woman even money set for buy clothes or shoes. The woman they work for street, they like woman for some slave. So the woman don't tire. He come and say, no, I don't want me this one. I will go me back for my baba them house. He go back for him baba house. And then this rich man no go carry himself say for go meet all the family for say I want come see you now for come out talk this palaver for my woman wey don't come out come. Is she done because he get money, because he get guts, because he get power. He gather truck, pack chop inside, pack mimbo, pack meat, send that. Oh yeah, wanna go give that man tell you say make it send my woman back. Say I give you 48 hours. May send my woman back. If not, yes, because he believes say since he don't touch owner, he get money. He dey make her say because now go see that small chop. When I talk say child, if we no take the chop, we go die hungry. Oh, if we no sell him quickly, he go bid we kill him. Oh, come on, Mr. Paul Biya. People for Southern Cameroon and Bazona be more than that. We don't talk and we don't repeat them over and over and over. Say this time, lie to lie, na freedom we want. And na that freedom we go get. Nothing no go stop we. If they make mistake, can they throw on that foolish money around the house when I say when I pick them, they go chop that rubbish, chop them. They became try all that useless talk when they talk for that side. Because first of all, they go thief all that money, only them. This one an attempt for thief this money. The last time where we can talk, I be remind we say the government for Belgium, they be talk for Mr. Laurent and so time we go Germany. When I remember, time we go Belgium, go Germany, go all those places them. We Amber boys, they will come up for this, so you got one make a give one Amber punch. He fall for them, stay confused. I don't know whether I be taking how many days, 4 or 5 days before he wake up. That time we can't talk say, Mr. Laurent is one come out, Belgian government be say, we'll get our businesses and we'll get in the way they did for that place, we'll never do them. We will find way for them, but what we will do now, say, we will provide some small money, maybe we go do some few projects and for that Northwest and Southwest, so that make the people them look that project, they become happy, they forget about their problem. All this one, they use we now as a bait for go around the world with basket for arms, for I can collect money, send for can't take care of it, but we they did find an opportunity for continue for steal because if they be truly feel say na peace they want, therefore don't themselves call for a ceasefire, say we'll come back for table, we can't talk. So, my dear country people, make we ignore these wicked people. Yes, Mr. Paul Biya and by young Philemon say, me, I be terrorist, alongside with my other brothers, and we the fight for freedom. And no fear, say me they call me say terrorist. So long as I know, say wait way I do that the correct I fight for my people, I fight for the future, I fight for generations and generations of Southern Cameroons to come. And okay, maybe Nelson Mandela that way. All manner for this world, the one claim how way he be no or help Nelson Mandela one way or the other. Now the same Nelson Mandela way Margaret Thatcher at that time because I say na terrorist. Oh yes, if not the meaning that of terrorism, then me, I'll talk say I want for glorified terrorism. If not the meaning that, but the whole wide world know. Say we, the people of Southern Cameroons, will not be terrorists. Will not get nothing for do terrorism. Say on the contrary, the person they call with terrorists, na ye and people, then be terrorists. We must remain steadfast and we fight right to the logical end. God is with us.